Have you ever noticed how your mind can pull you in two completely different directions at once? That feeling isn't always a problem that you have to solve. It can also be an invitation. Welcome to a journey now through Gemini's second decan, a space where the wind changes direction and teaches us how to move with it. This is an Astro Mindfulness practice. It's about feeling the sky within you, meeting the planetary energies, not as abstract concepts, book learning about planets, but as living currents in your own awareness, how they feel in your body. Everybody has Gemini in their chart. This is for you if the moon is moving through this space. I'm recording it at the time of a Gemini full moon. So if you want to connect with the energy of Gemini and the second decan, which is the middle degrees, every sign is split into 30 degrees. The first 10 are the first decan. The second 10, from 10 to 1959, are the second decan. So we're looking at the middle decan, Gemini II. So we're going to explore that art of holding contradiction, finding comfort in the in-between spaces, and discovering that multiplicity itself can be its own form of wholeness. This is Celestia Astrology, and I'm your host, Sonia. And if you enjoy this, please subscribe for more Astro Mindfulness and astrology insights. Your likes, your comments are also very welcome. I'd love to know how this is received by you and how it helps you. So I invite you now to begin by finding a comfortable position for yourself. You might want to sit or lie down, whatever allows you to relax fully. Some people prefer to walk while they meditate. You might wish to gently close your eyes or simply to soften your gaze. And then allow your body to settle into the stillness of the present moment. Bring your attention to your breath. You don't need to try and change it in any way. Just notice the natural rhythm of your inhalation and then exhalation. Bring your full awareness to the air as it enters your body. Maybe notice the temperature or sensation. Is it cool and light or warm? Trace its path into your body, through your nostrils, down your throat, into your lungs. Notice how your body moves with your breath. And then notice where you feel the breath most distinctly. Perhaps it's at the tip of your nose, at the rise of your chest, or your heart center. Maybe when it's your stomach expands. It doesn't matter where it is, it's just important how it feels for you. Bring your full attention now to this place, wherever it is, and allow that place to be your mindful anchor. This will be your anchor throughout our journey, but you can also keep practicing it and allow it to be your mindful anchor through life. Wherever you are, and whenever you need to take a moment out to yourself, you can just bring your attention to your mindful anchor. Take one breath, 3, 10, however many you have time for. And your body will know what to do. The more you practice it, the easier it becomes for your body to just take over. Best thing is that nobody knows you're doing it. This can be your constant, a steady point that you can return to whenever the mental winds shift. As you breathe into your mindful anchor, with every exhale now, release any tension that you could be holding from your day, your week, or your month. Release tension from your jaw, from your shoulders, from your neck, from your hands. Just let it go. You don't need to carry that weight anymore. With each inhale, imagine drawing in calm, clear air. Know that your anchor is always with you, a touchstone of presence amidst changing thoughts. Continue to maintain that gentle awareness on your breath, but as you do, bring your attention to the quality of the space around you. Not your physical room, but all your own inner atmosphere. You might notice that there's a subtle shift happening. Perhaps a slight stirring in the air of your mind. You might want to visualize it as a window opening, allowing a soft breeze to move through your own consciousness. Allow yourself to join me now in a visualization of the mutable realm of Gemini's second decan. This is a landscape woven from thought and air, where nothing stays fixed for very long. The very quality of your awareness might make it feel lighter, more responsive, quicker to change direction. As you're bringing your awareness and beginning to make your exploration of this mutable realm of Gemini's second decan, you realize that the ruler Mercury is present here, beginning to make itself known to you not as a figure, but just as a brightening of your attention, perhaps a silver flicker at the edge of your perception, maybe just the air itself beginning to seem charged with more curiosity. Perhaps you notice how your thoughts begin to move differently. We know when we meditate, those thoughts will still keep coming. In mindfulness, we don't try and stop the thoughts. We allow them to pass like passing clouds. Are they coming faster now? In currents that twist and turn? Just notice them, and then bring your mind back to my voice and the meditation. Where does your mind want to go? If we allow it to be free to explore. If you weren't pushing for an answer, what answer would just appear in your mind now? This is where we'll begin. Not with any certainty, but just with an open mind. As we begin with that intention to keep an open mind and allow those thoughts to drift past like clouds at whatever speed they want to take, perhaps you feel the breeze shift, turning cooler and sharper, more mentally alert. The air currents around you are beginning to divide. One stream is flowing to the left and another to the right. You can see them so easily. They're not pulling you apart though. They're simply showing you this landscape of your own mind. This is Mercury's gift, the ability to see from multiple angles at once. He's not offering you one truth. He's offering you several possibilities existing simultaneously, and all can be true at once. How does it feel in your body to be in the middle of these air currents? Do you sense a pull of these different directions? Perhaps you feel it as a slight tension in your chest, or a quickening of your pulse. Maybe a restlessness. This is the natural state of this decan. Complexity. It's not a problem to be solved, but simply a reality ready to be navigated. Out of the shimmering air before you, you see an eagle soaring high above, and you focus on watching it just riding with the air currents, being taken higher and higher, and then dropping low without any worry or concern. Then you notice that it's carrying something in its talons. At first you hope that it's not prey, And then you realise that it's a single rose, held so gently. You squint to see it clearer. Not a single petal is dropping from that rose. The eagle is seeing the whole landscape from this great height. It's seeing that big picture of how all those separate parts connect. The eagle isn't crushing the rose, it's carrying it with grace. And as it flies past you, it drops the rose, and you pick it up. And with it you sense an invitation to hold opposing ideas, feelings or desires with the same strength. As you hold the rose in your hand, you realise you don't have to choose one and abandon the other right now. As the eagle carried the rose, you too can simply hold the tension, allowing both sides to exist within your own awareness. The value of duality is that it gives you a much richer, more complete picture of reality. You might also become aware of another presence, the energy of the Nine of Swords. The skies seem to darken. Currents swirl more quickly. They feel sharper on your skin, prickly, and an image comes to your mind. You might have seen the tarot card, the Nine of Swords, of the figure holding their face in their hands with the swords hanging above them. You sense this not as a threat, but as a reminder. The air currents are warning you and speaking to how sometimes our own thoughts can sometimes become weapons that we use against ourselves when we struggle against contradiction. We lean into anxiety of indecision. We allow ourselves to travel in mental loops that are leading nowhere. Have you noticed any of these sharp thoughts without grabbing onto them? Allow them to still drift past you. Acknowledge their presence, just like the more comfortable clouds that drifted past. Just like the eagle that flew past. Let them too pass into the vast sky of your awareness. The art of contradiction is learning to be with this tension without turning it into self-criticism. Question drifts towards you on this current. Where have you assumed that you must choose too soon? Just allow that question to settle. There's no need to answer it right now. Let it loosen something inside of you, creating a little more space for patience. Return your focus to your mindful anchor, to the steady rhythm of your breath. And even as the winds of thought change direction yet again, your mindful anchor remains. As you rest with that openness, becoming more comfortable with it, another new sensation emerges in the atmosphere. You sense the air growing warmer, not uncomfortably hot, but with a distinct pressure. It feels like a gentle, persistent push against your back, encouraging movement. You recognize this to be Mars, co-ruler of this decan. Sometimes known for conflict, but here, wanting to create momentum. This is the warmth of directional desire. The part of you that knows what it wants, even when your mind presents a dozen different options. While Mercury shows you all of the paths that are possible, Mars is asking you to feel which one your energy naturally wants to flow towards. Bring your awareness back into your body again. With this warm pressure present, scan down from your head down to your feet. Where can you feel the sense of forward motion? It might be a subtle leaning in your chest, a readiness to move in your legs, or a focused intensity behind your eyes. This isn't about thinking your way to a decision. It's about feeling the impulse towards action that exists beneath the complexity of your thoughts. Can you learn to trust that? Mars connects you to the warrior energy that seeks expression even amidst duality. It's a part of you that's ready to move, to build, to assert a choice. As this warmth consolidates, maybe you've found that place in your body, and maybe you haven't. It doesn't matter. An inner question begins to form. Which desire is trying to make itself known beneath the noise? Again, don't try to think your way through to an answer. Just create a quiet space to allow it to appear. It might be a desire for clarity, for rest, for connection, or for a specific action you've been postponing. Notice if this desire feels aligned with one of the contradictory streams that you observed earlier. Mars isn't asking you to resolve the contradiction. It asks you to honour the momentum that wants to flow from within. What is the first, smallest step that this desire invites? Remember where this warm pressure feels in your body. As you notice it begin to soften and fade. But also you notice that it's leaving a residue of clarity in its wake. A clearer sense of the direction that your energy wants to go. You remember to take another breath into your mindful anchor, allowing yourself to integrate this feeling of warm, purposeful direction with the cool, spacious awareness that Mercury granted you. As you hold your rose and breathe into your mindful anchor, feeling that warmth subside, you notice the atmosphere undergoing another beautiful transformation. The warmth within you cools as the air outside cools. But you notice it's not going back to Mercury's sharp alertness. This cooling feels more gentle, enveloping, like a soft blanket with a heaviness settling around your shoulders. The quality of the air itself feels kinder, more inviting. You realise that this is Venus, the co-ruler of this decan, arriving not as romance here, but as compassion. Venus is offering a softening acceptance. Maybe you feel your breath naturally deepen without any effort at all. Maybe you feel your shoulders drop even more, tension leaving your body. Venus bringing her grace, the energy of the diplomat, is soothing over any conflict and tension, and seeking harmony above all else. As you welcome in the ease that Venus seems to bring, you notice that the air around you begins to hum with a new question, one that feels supportive rather than probing. What part of your busy mind is asking for kindness right now? Maybe you scan the landscape of your thoughts, those clouds that have been passing. The darker ones, the faster ones, the swirling ones, and the lazy, kind, fluffy ones. You might notice a particular mental pattern that feels tired, a repetitive worry, somewhere that you overthink, or a judgment that you hold against yourself for being indecisive that you would never hold against a friend. Venus invites you now to meet that pattern, not with more analysis or force, but with a gentle, compassionate presence. She offers the understanding that some tensions aren't meant to be solved with logic, but soothed with empathy. This is the value of duality embraced with a soft heart, recognizing that both sides of a contradiction often come from a place of valid need or of fear. As you hold the rose in your hand, you remember that that can also be a symbol of Venus. You look again at the delicate petals, and the subtle fragrance seems more enhanced, filling the air with a sense of peace. Allow yourself to breathe in this beautiful fragrance and recognize it as the beauty that exists within complexity. The grace that can be found when we stop fighting our own nature. The rose and Venus reminds you that your multifaceted mind is not a burden, but a garden of diverse perspectives. You look again and you know that your beautiful rose bears thorns. And also you know that each thought, each contradictory impulse, is also just like a unique flower. They don't all need to be the same. Allow that Venusian softness to settle into you, easing the residual tension from the mental divides that you observed. Breathe into your mindful anchor. And as you exhale, imagine breathing out this compassionate acceptance towards any part of you that still feels divided or confused. The different currents of air are still all moving around you and past you. The sharp intelligence of Mercury, the warm directional desire of Mars, and the soft compassionate acceptance of Venus. And yet you notice they're beginning to slow their separate dances. They're not disappearing, but they start to weave together now into one single harmonious flow. You sense that the atmosphere around you is stabilizing, becoming balanced and whole. It feels neither too hot nor too cold, not too still or too restless. It simply is. You realize that this is the integrated energy of Gemini's second decan, a neutral, balanced atmosphere where multiplicity is not just tolerated but welcomed as a natural state of being. You bring your full awareness back to your breath, your constant mindful anchor through all of these shifts. Feel the air moving in and out of your body, connecting you to this new, settled, internal weather. With this calm spaciousness, a final insight is offered, clear and simple, that you are allowed to be complex. The contradictions you hold do not break you. They reveal the full, rich spectrum of who you are. This transitional space, this feeling of being between choices or perspectives, it's not a hallway you need to rush through. Rather, visualize it as a room that you can inhabit, an essential and enjoyable part of the journey itself. As you looked from the eagle's perspective, you can see how all of these parts, the thinker, the warrior, the diplomat, exist together to create a complete being. As this all settles in to your awareness and your mind, rest here for a few moments within this balanced and integrated atmosphere. Breathe into your mindful anchor, breathing in wholeness, and breathing out any last remnants of resistance to your own beautiful complexity. Breathe in wholeness. And breathe out any last remnants of resistance to your own beautiful complexity. Breathe in wholeness. And breathe out any last remnants of resistance to your own beautiful complexity. And when you are ready, you might start to prepare to return. Do you wish to bring the rose with you and all that it symbolizes to remind you of your journey, and just the image in your mind? Slowly and gently you begin to bring awareness back to the physical space around you and the noises that surround you, the room that you're in. Stretch out your arms and wiggle your fingers. Stretch out your legs, moving your toes, noticing the weight of your body supported by the chair or the floor. When you feel ready, if you closed your eyes, you might wish to open them now. You are bringing the balanced wind back with you. The real practice might begin now in your daily life when you notice these familiar mental winds shifting direction. If you do, remember your mindful anchor, that single point in your body where you feel your breath. Return to it whenever you feel pulled in different directions. Allow it to be your constant in the change. Notice your own mental weather patterns with curiosity rather than judgment. See if you can identify for yourself the mercurial curiosity, the Martian desire, or the Venusian compassion at play in your thoughts. And see if you can find the balance between them all. This isn't about eliminating complexity, but about navigating it with grace and self-kindness. Carry with you the eagle's perspective and the rose's gentle persistence. Thank you for journeying with me through this mutable air landscape. May you move through your days with a little more comfort in the contradiction and a little more kindness for your wonderful, multifaceted mind. Travel well, friends.